NXT Heatwave truly lived up to the hype as we witnessed history, but also a new era in the tag team division in NXT. And in today's video, I will be revealing the results. Excuse me. Let's try that again. In today's video, I will be revealing the results of NXT Heatwave for those who were unable to watch NXT Heatwave. But I will say that that Heatwave truly delivered and became an even bigger premium live event than last year's Heatwave, and even last year's was truly historic. But I will say, looking at the card, it was truly something to remember. And we also found out some breaking news. We found out some breaking news that several new premium live events have been added to the 2025 calendar, which not only include NXT No Mercy, but now also the addition of Halloween Havoc. So both PLEs will be on Peacock, whereas opposed to, well, WrestlePalooza, it will truly be the beginning of a new era, whereas opposed to Clash in Paris this upcoming Sunday, it will be the end of an era. It'll be very interesting. There is obviously still a few weeks for people like myself to get Hulu with Live TV with a bundle of Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, or potentially get ESPN Plus directly. There's still a little bit of time, but not much. But on that note, let's kick things off. Let's kick things off with a triple threat where the winner would challenge JC Jane for the NXT Women's title at No Mercy that featured Jada Parker, Lola Vice, and Kalani Jordan. We knew that both Vice and Jordan had been friends for a very long while. Obviously, there's a lot of mutual respect, but for one another. But we also knew that Jada Parker, excuse me, would do almost just about anything, and damn it, I mean anything, to walk out of Lowell, Massachusetts with the W. It was chaos all over the place. Inside the ring, outside the ring. Kalani Jordan just doing what she does best. 450s, swantons, split leg moonsaults, 5 stars, 5-star frog splash, sorry. Jada Parker just doing her own thing. But at the final moments, we saw Lola Vice. We saw Jada Parker hit Kalani Jordan with Hypnotic, allowing Lola Vice to roll up Jada Parker to pick up the victory, and now she will challenge JC Jane for the NXT Women's title at No Mercy. Honestly, this is huge because this is actually the first time in over a year that Lola Vice is getting an opportunity at the NXT Women's title. In fact, the last time she had an opportunity, it was actually at Heatwave last year against Roxanne Perez, and unfortunately, she failed. This time, maybe the old adage will remain to be true. If at first you don't succeed, you try again. Possible? Absolutely. Is it going to happen? Well, we are still a little over a month and a half away from No Mercy, so there is still plenty of time to really think about the idea of Lola Vice being NXT Women's Champion. Next up, we have the fate of the NXT Tag Team Division as Dark State looked to capture the tag team titles from Hank and Tank, and Spoiler incoming. Yes, they did do it. The numbers game caught up to Hank and Tank. I will say Hank and Tank have had such an incredible run as tag team champions. This was actually this was probably by far one of the best teams to beat in NXT. there have been multiple tag teams that looked to take the titles off of Hank and Tank, but could not do it. One of them being Chase U, which was their last successful defense before Darkseid showed up. Obviously, we knew that the numbers game would come up at some point, and it did numerous times, to the point where Osiris Griffin and Dion Lennox hit Tank Ledger with the Doomsday device to walk out as the new NXT Tag Team Champions. Here's where things get interesting, because all 4 members of Darkseid can actually use the free bird rule, and what that means is that any 2 members of Darkseid can defend the tag team titles at some point, which literally puts the entire NXT tag team division in a tailspin, trying to figure out who the fuck are we gonna face. Is it gonna be the men that won the titles? Will it be Shaquan Sugars and Cutler James and and Lennox, Griffin and Sugars? Who are we facing? Literally, that is the tailspin that Darkseid has put on the entire tag team division, and they're going to continue to until a team takes the titles off of Darkseid. Next up is the triple threat for the TNA Knockouts title. This is the second time ever that the TNA Knockouts title has been defended on NXT, but the first time that's been defended on an NXT PLE. JC Jane, speaking of JC, she defended the title against TNA stars Masha Slamovich and Ash by Elegance, part of the Elegance brand, a faction with a consigliere, which I don't even know who the fuck that dude is. If you guys know who that dude is, let me know down in the comments below, and let me know who that. Because I don't know who that. Do you know who that? Let me know in the comments. I seriously don't know. I'm being dead ass. I don't know who the guy is. But I will say he is a very unique character, I will say. But we knew that under triple threat rules it was going to be chaotic, and we knew that right from the get-go. Right when Ava announced that the Knockouts title would be defended in a triple threat, we knew that there was going to be chaos, and indeed there was. Fatal Influence got involved, the Elegance brand got involved, and it was chaos all over the place. And in the final moments, we saw Jasmine Nix literally cost JC Jane the TNA Knockouts title by attacking Ash by Elegance, forcing the referee to eject the rest of Fatal Influence from ringside, which allowed JC Jane to hit Masha Slamovich with the rolling encore, but obviously Heather and M by Elegance were able to pull away JC Jane from the pin victory, allowing Ash by Elegance to pin Masha with a swanton to win the TNA Knockouts title and bring it back to TNA. Obviously, we know that JC Jane ain't gonna take that lightly, and she ain't gonna go down without a fight. So we know that that at some point, yes, she will be receiving a rematch for the title, but we'll have to wait and see. Only time will tell. Next up is a grudge match. Let's just be real. It was a fucking grudge match. Jordan Grace, Blake Monroe. I don't even know how to describe the match except what the fuck. That's literally like the only thing I can say is like, what the fuck. There were so many elements going into this match. We knew that Blake Monroe was playing mind games, and she played them perfectly. Jordan Grace literally let her emotions get the best of her, and that forced Blake Monroe to use the exposed bottom turnbuckle onto Jordan Grace and allowed her to hit Grace with the double arm DDT to win the match against Jordynne Grace. And Jordynne Grace has no one to blame but herself because of the fact that, well, Blake Monroe played mind games against Jordynne Grace, and it wasn't pretty. I can honestly say it was not pretty. But I will say that that with the NXT homecoming show coming up in a few weeks, going back to full sale for the first time in over 5 years, one could argue that Jordynne Grace, from now until then, I've got no doubt in my mind that she's going to do whatever the hell it takes to try and torture Blake Monroe. So it's going to be very interesting. And yes, you heard me right. First time in over 5 years, NXT goes back to Full Sail. I'm not entirely sure if that is if they're gonna stay full time, or if it's gonna be for one night only. Obviously the news had broke earlier tonight during Heatwave, but I'm assuming that it'll probably be a one-time thing. I'm sure there'll be more news on that as time progresses, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a one-time, probably gonna be a one-time only thing, but we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. But next up, we have a mixed tag team match between Chelsea Green and the NXT North American Champion Ethan Page against the team of Tyra May Steele and Tavion Heights. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say anything about it. I'm just gonna say what happened. Secret Herbers got involved, and Chelsea Green pinned Tyra May Steele with the Unpretty Her to win the match for her team. Yeah, not much else to say about that, except what the fuck. That's all I can say. That's literally, like, all I can say at this point. Like, if I'm being honest, I feel like that match was not suited for a PLE like Heatwave. It should have been on NXT, and we should have seen the North American title get defended. I feel like that should have been the case. Maybe the women's North American title could have been defended. Who knows? But that brings us to the main event: Obafemi and Javon Evans in a semi-rematch from Stand and Deliver earlier this year back in Vegas. We knew that Javon Evans was coming in hurt. That boy was hurting. He always says, your boy is bouncy. No. My guy. Ladies and gentlemen, that boy was hurt. He was hurting he was hard like a motherfucker. That dude was taped completely. His whole rib cage and his back and his shoulder was taped. He was hurting. But he came into that fight and he fought like hell. Obafemi knew he was going to be in for a fight, and damn it, he was in for a fight. This was non-stop. There were multiple instances where Javon Evans came this close, including in the final minute of the match, where he hit two cutters onto Obafemi. The initial referee, the first referee, got taken down, but the second referee did count the three. But the first referee, Adrian Butler, saw the foot on the bottom rope, and that became Javon Evans' ultimate downfall, as Javon Evans got hit with a fall from grace powerbomb for Obafemi to retain the NXT title. And then as the show closed, Ricky Sainz came in and said, basically said, I got next. I can honestly say that Heatwave was truly a chaotic show, but I have a feeling that Clash in Paris this Sunday is going to be just as. And on that And on that note, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more premium live event predictions and results in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.